South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Headliners. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. The future of abortion rights and recreational marijuana in Florida will be in the hands of voters. The age-old and controversial question of whether marijuana should be legalized here in Florida will also be on the ballot this November. CBS News Miami's Jim Barry has a look at the very high-stakes issue.
Well, Florida has already approved medical marijuana use. 60% of voters in November would have to vote yes for recreational use for it to become legal here. A serious lobbying effort is expected by the cannabis industry to push for recreational use. Those in favor say if it passes, the state of Florida could get a huge financial windfall from sales tax revenue and more dispensaries popping up all across the state. While some see the issue of recreational pot being politically polarizing, the head of one cannabis company sees otherwise.
I believe that cannabis legalization is one of the few bipartisan issues that we see in our country, where you have people from all walks of political life that have identified and seen that ultimately we are better off having cannabis in a regulated market where it can be taxed, regulated, and we ultimately bring it above ground.
Several dispensaries have already popped up along Biscayne Boulevard in northwest Miami-Dade, and today some of the customers leaving them said they are all in favor of recreational pot being legalized here.
I'm excited about it. It gives opportunities for more jobs. It gives, more growers opportunities to be able to go out there and show their products. Medical marijuana has helped me a lot.
It's great. I think it's an innocent drug, man. The worst you're going to do is eat all the food in your refrigerator.
If recreational marijuana is approved by voters in November, Florida stands to become one of the largest markets for legalized pot in the nation. I'm Jim Barry, CBS News Miami.
Well, as soon as next month, a strict 6-week abortion ban is set to take effect. It's all part of last week's major rulings from the Florida Supreme Court.
In November, 60% of Floridians will need to vote in favor of limiting government interference with abortion in order for the measure to pass.
What it says that Florida will be ground zero for abortion in November.
The Florida Supreme Court made two significant decisions. It voted 4-3 to allow a proposed amendment that would enshrine abortion protections in the state constitution to appear on the November ballot. But the court also upheld a 15-week ban on abortions in Florida. This clears the way for a 6-week abortion ban signed last year by Governor Ron DeSantis to take effect in 30 days. The founder of Christian Family Coalition of Florida says this is what they want.
But the reason the 6 weeks is chosen is because that's the time that the heartbeat begins. Not at 4, not at 5, but at 6 weeks. So scientifically and biologically, if there is a heartbeat, there is a life.
The grassroots organization Florida Rising played a role in collecting enough signatures to get the measure on the November ballot.
They are trying to make sweeping decisions around their agendas that impacts people's actual bodies and lives and family and livelihood, right?
The measure on the ballot would guarantee the right to abortion before viability, which is usually around 24 weeks of pregnancy.
So the problem there is that this amendment is just too extreme for Florida. It legalizes infanticide in Florida.
What they did figure out is that the voters want it. They want to vote on it. The language was clear, it's concise, it's compliant, and it needs to go on the ballot, and we're glad that we got that ruling today.
Sheena Roll with Florida Rising says nothing brings Floridians out more to the polls than a clear issue like abortion. In Miami, Nikaya Carrero, CBS News Miami.
When we come back, parents are trying to get their 4-year-old out of Haiti. An inside look at the family's struggle with immigration law.
From South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Welcome back. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. We have new details now into a deadly crane accident in downtown Fort Lauderdale in the middle of the afternoon. The road back open less than 24 hours after parts of a crane came crashing down to the ground. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner is on the scene with new reaction and new video.
Crews worked through the night to remove the crane off of the downtown Fort Lauderdale bridge. Jennifer Parent took this video, which shows the same crane that malfunctioned being used to remove the debris.
They really did an amazing job protecting the community, and then they went right to work to inspect the bridge.
Crews placed a metal sheet over the hole in the bridge so cars can safely pass over it while they work on a permanent solution.
It's everyday construction noises, but yesterday the noise I heard was much different.
She lives right across from the building under construction and witnessed the aftermath of the partial crane collapse that killed one and sent 2 others to the hospital.
I heard like a blood-curdling scream, and so I knew something quite devastating.
Mark Korezin was driving over the bridge when it happened, said seconds is all that stood between him and death.
I felt above my head, peripherally, something was coming. Slammed on the brakes, and that's when it landed, and it took off the front of my car.
He said it's a miracle he lived to tell the story.
That piece of metal bounced in the air and then went to the right and landed on another car. All my airbags went off, and I just looked at myself. I couldn't believe that I was still alive.
But somehow he managed to find the strength to help others in the chaotic aftermath. This video circulating on social media shows Korezin consoling a woman who was hurt during the ordeal.
It's a second in time. You know, we just don't know. So every day we wake up is a gift.
Investigators have been out here for hours working to determine the cause of the crane collapse. Of course, we will let you know as soon as we learn any more information. In downtown Fort Lauderdale, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
A family facing an immigration dilemma amid the ongoing crisis in Haiti. They currently live over there, but their 4-year-old daughter was born here in South Florida, and now they want her to be back on U.S. soil where she can be safe. CBS News Miami's Tanya Francois is in Little Haiti with the tough choice parents are facing.
Brianna is a 4-year-old little girl stuck in limbo. She was born here in Miami while her parents were here on a tourist visa, which ran out. Now they want her out of Haiti and out of one of the toughest neighborhoods in Port-au-Prince.
She told me every day, "Daddy, I want to go back to my country." But I said, I can't send you. I can't, her mother can't also. And she can't go alone.
Brianna Cadet has an American passport, and her parents want desperately to use it to get her and at least one of them out of Delma 33. They live less than a quarter of a mile from a police station that's seen some of the worst violence.
In this area, people shoot everywhere, every day. And some people die also. They kill people also.
Brianna has not been able to go to school or go outside and be a normal 4-year-old. While the U.S. State Department has been evacuating U.S. citizens out of Haiti, they want their daughter added to the list.
I already asked American Embassy information to make a request a visa for my wife or for me. But they always say that we have a lack of personnel for the time being. Wait for when the embassy get all its staff to make the request.
And I think under the laws of immigration, which if we're following just that, it's hard to say that the U.S. would recognize that it owes the family anything, even though the U.S. may acknowledge that it owes this child safety and refuge.
Vanessa Joseph is an immigration attorney with Catholic Legal Services. She does not represent the family. She says while Brianna's situation may seem dire to her parents, without documents, her family may have to try a humanitarian program.
But as an immigration attorney, I also understand that this country has laws and programs that we have to consider before we think about how do we get her out of Haiti, especially in these times.
I can't send her alone. Someone, her mother or I, one of can go with her.
The family has also reached out to Congresswoman Frederica Wilson's office. She was their representative when they lived here. That office has reached out to the State Department and the Immigration Office, and they wait to hear if there's anything anyone can do. In Little Haiti, Tanya Francois, CBS News, Miami.
When Headliners return, we'll take a closer look at social media and mental health and what some people are doing to protect their peace.
From South Florida, this is Headliners, only on CBS News Miami.
Welcome back to our show. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Now, combating keyboard warriors and the impact on kids. Many celebrities or well-known influencers will tell you, never read the comments section because it can be vicious. So the question remains, just what prompts people to spread so much negativity online? And what can you do to protect your peace? CBS News Miami's Lauren Pastrana takes a closer look.
I'm baffled at the amount of people who have really mean, ridiculous things to say in my comment section on all my videos.
I'm a person. Like content creators, we read your comments.
Somebody commented the other day, I hate you and your mother and your grandmother and you all should die.
They're called keyboard warriors, people who post online in an aggressive or abusive manner, often without revealing their own identity.
You don't have to have a profile photo. Your username can be anything. And so there's no way to trace it back to you.
Genesis Gomez is a licensed mental health counselor. She says in some cases, commenters who push the boundaries of politeness might share some traits of narcissism.
As humans, we like attention. We like validation. If we leave a very polarizing type of comment, that's going to get a lot of engagement. People are going to like it, people are going to stitch it, people are going to talk about it, people are going to continue to comment, and I'm going to engage in this dialogue or war online. And I am going to be getting that attention need met that I am not getting in my day-to-day life.
It can be such a terrible, crazy place, but it also can be such a powerful, incredible place. And on social media, people just hide behind their keyboards.
Montana Tucker is a dancer, singer, and content creator with more than 9 million TikTok followers, 3 million Instagram followers, and almost 800,000 YouTube subscribers. She was born and raised in Boca Raton, but now splits her time between South Florida and LA. We met her recently at Goodman Jewish Family Services ahead of an event focused on combating hate online and in person, specifically anti-Semitism.
I hope with my content that people can come to my page and they can feel like they're learning something, but they can also feel love. I talk about anti-Semitism, but I also talk about combating all forms of hate.
She used to post mostly fun, dancing videos, but last year she started sharing more about her grandparents who survived the Holocaust, even creating a docuseries.
The last time my grandma saw her mom is a really intense feeling for me.
After the events of October 7th in Israel, her content shifted. She was worried it would not find the right audience at first, but she says the overall response has been positive.
If I have a platform and I don't use it for good and use it for what I want to do, then what am I doing with it?
But taking a stand isn't always well received. Recently, larger, beloved creators with millions of followers announced social media breaks due to the barrage of nasty comments they get on a daily basis. Montana says the negativity can hurt, but she usually chooses to ignore it.
What I do on Instagram, I block, there's a filter, which I hope everyone that is watching this knows about this. You can block certain words from your comments. Kids are getting extremely bullied and a lot of hate online, and they need to be taking this more seriously in the schools. The parents need to be speaking up and doing more.
The DeSantis administration has moved to ban social media accounts for children younger than 14 and require parental permission for 14 and 15-year-olds. No matter your age, experts say it's crucial to stay connected to reality.
It's really important to have a good network of face-to-face friends, peers, people that really know you, that understand you, and that can be supportive.
And before you even think of saying something mean online, remember negative comments don't just hurt the recipient. Sometimes it can cost the poster as well, with more and more organizations instituting no-tolerance policies against online bullying. Lauren Pastrana, CBS News, Miami.
In this week's edition of Miami Proud, we feature a surgeon based in Aventura who is hosting his second annual charity surgery day called All for Moms. CBS News Miami's Naja Sherman tells us how the event helps mothers who need reconstructive surgery who can't afford the procedures.
Dr. Joshua Lampert is hosting a charity surgery day called All for Moms. It's in honor of his late mother. ALL are her initials, Adele Lynn Lampert. Dr. Lampert says his mother was very instrumental in his life and helping him reach his career goals as a surgeon.
My mom had a very rare cancer that she battled for over 12 years. And one of her last designs she did as a successful interior designer was my medical facility.
As part of his All for Moms charity, Dr. Lampert is offering pro bono surgery for mothers in honor of his own mother. Since his mother's birthday was around Mother's Day, it is also a way of honoring all mothers. The program helps those in need of medically necessary surgery who can't financially afford it because they are uninsured or underinsured.
So examples of medically necessary reconstructive plastic surgery include breast cancer reconstruction, any acquired deformity or scar revision, C-section scars that need to be revised, burn scar reconstruction. The requirements are basically that it's a medically necessary surgery.
The deadline to apply is April 21st.
People who want to apply should be healthy enough to undergo surgery in an ambulatory surgery center. Again, this is for moms, so they need to be mothers. And they need to apply and demonstrate financial need and also submit a video and photographs of the area of concern.
Dr. Lampert's office manager says he has become a mentor to her. She says Dr. Lampert develops a special bond with his patients.
He does care for his patients on a different level, in my opinion. I worked for different doctors, and I can tell you that the level of care and the level of compassion that he offers to his patients and his staff is one of a kind.
Dr. Lampert says he finds joy in helping mothers who are in need look and feel their best.
I think that the reward we get from giving back far surpasses the efforts that we put forth. And in the reality, this is why we all went to medical school in the beginning, why we all became plastic surgeons in the beginning, was to be a pillar in the community, to try to give back to the community. And it's something that it's very refreshing to do and gives us all great spirits.
Dr. Lampert says this day of charity means even more to him now that his wife is a mother. They have a 2.5-year-old child, and he says he sees how much moms really go through on a day-to-day basis.
For information on how to apply for the All for Moms Charity Surgery Day, just go to our website, cbsmiami.com. The surgeries take place on May 21st. That is the date of his dearly departed mother's birthday. Naja Sherman, CBS News, Miami.
And thank you so much for joining us this half hour in Headliners. As always, keep it right here to CBS News Miami for up-to-the-minute news and weather 24 hours a day. Make it a great day.